you know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know, Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it could
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Today is the 8th of May. Tomorrow will be the 9th of May. And will be a day that will forever be remembered in Ghanaian football history. I said today is the 8th of May. Tomorrow will be the 9th of May. That will never be forgotten in Ghanaian football history. The day that Accra Hearts of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko clashed at the Accra Stadium. And sadly, a stampede happened. People lost their lives, tear gas flying left, right, center. And the better lessons that were learned from it will remain with us. But as to whether we actually have used those lessons to improve our football and the experience of same is another matter that we'll get into tomorrow. In the meantime, somebody said that the cedi and the dollar are in a relationship as we speak. But it does appear that the cedi is cheating on the dollar. So every day you wake up and the cedi is gaining strength against the dollar. Some say it is nothing that the Bank of Ghana has done. No, Atu-Forcing and his team as the finance ministry have not done anything. And that is because of a decision that Donald Trump has taken. That is why the dollar keeps dropping. That's fine. Others to say, no, Aban Papa Aba. That is why we are getting the results we are getting. But with all the two schools of thought, Boga is not happy. If you are Boga, you will not be happy. Because in the past, if a Boga wanted to come and flex or rush you, they would throw just some $50 or $100 your way, and you know that's their Boga ba. But these days, when Boga throws the money at you, some people are complaining that they have dollars. And they are thinking whether or not they should rush to the Forex Bureau to go and swap their dollars, or they should keep the dollar. That one, it is your own problem. Because it's coming down. Somebody says when it starts rising, we'll cry. I said, let it keep coming down. When it rises, we will be there. We will face it. But that is the information we have. Now, I don't want to assume that as a country, we have forgotten about the ECG containers so soon. I don't want to believe that as a country, the ECG containers, that as a country, we have decided that we have forgotten about it so soon. I don't want to believe. Because it was a big conversation, and it still must be a big conversation as to why we spent our monies to go and buy stuff, import them into the country, and then some of the containers are said to be missing. It cannot be a matter that we will wish away. And I don't want to think that the citizens of the country, including you watching me this morning, including you listening to me now, including you who are watching me on social media on 3FM 927, will let that matter of ECG missing containers go away. No. I don't want to believe that you as a citizen watching me, listening to me, and streaming live on 3FM 92.7 will also sit and watch that the allegations that were made about monies, about cocaine getting into this country through an aircraft, blah, blah, blah. Remember reverent allegations. I don't want to think that you want that to also go away. I don't want to also think that you as a citizen of this country, you as somebody who has your ancestry from this country living elsewhere abroad, will also sit and watch and be quiet about the fact that we had members of parliament in this country just to vet ministers of state that had been nominated, actually decided that they would destroy tables and destroy microphones belonging to the Republic of Ghana that was situated at Parliament. And up until now, the last thing we heard was that they had been suspended. And then now they have been brought back because they came to apologize. But the property has been destroyed. If you and I destroy state property, we know where we will end. Have they been surcharged? Have they been punished enough for it to serve as a deterrent? No, I don't want to think that you will let it slide. I don't want to ever think that you, as a citizen of the country, today is Throwback Thursday, you as a citizen of the country will also sit and watch and not be bothered about the soldiers that intruded the chamber of parliament. We asked the Minister for Defense at the time, he said, I don't know. We asked the Minister for Interior at the time, he said, I don't know. We asked the Minister for National Security, he said, I don't know. So who knows about it or who knew about it? My understanding is that it was a colonel that led the people into the chamber. Has that colonel been promoted to brigadier general, or if you like, major general? I'm asking a question. And is Mr. Speaker interested because it was on the day that Mr. Speaker was being selected or elected that unfortunate thing happened in the House of Parliament, in the Chamber of Parliament. And Parliament itself has not been able to purge itself of the nasty incident that happened in Parliament. I've mentioned 4 things. 2 of the things happened in Parliament. Destruction of public property, microphones, tables, what have you, happened in Parliament. The brawl in Parliament. WWE, wrestling, Hulk Hogan was there in Parliament. And then you had soldiers intruding Parliament. So far, we have had no result. I've only given you 4 of the instances. Only 4. Only 4. I don't want to believe that you as a citizen will let that slide. Now, 6, take me onto the streets. You will find the children I've been talking about, street children, literally giving back what they have gone onto the street to collect. And I kept telling you that this is a whole plan thing. Because look, there's no major junction, at least in Accra, as I know it, and it happens in other cities as well. If you go to Takrady, you find them. If you go to Kumasi, you find them. If you go to Tamale, you find them. They are all across. There's a video I came across on Facebook. Now, they are rendering account. Listen.
One will be a account, Mama Menos. Someone will be a account. So will be a account, man. One will be a account, Mama Menos. Someone will be a account.
And this is a very, very normal situation. The children are on the streets risking their lives. You find them at every junction, and I see them around the bus stop, the bus stop where the bus stop of old, Harry Zakor's bus stop. I see them around there. And then when you move about 2 minutes away, you see policemen stationed there. And they are watching. This is under what? This is the Bukum Boxing Arena area. And they are bringing back the money that they give. There's a Magajia sitting down, not going anywhere. And the children are sent onto the street. Some children as young as 4 years old, 3 years old. They are sent out onto the street to go and harass people and beg for money. And then when they finish, they bring the money to this person. It is obvious then that this person is not the mother of all these children. That this person is just the conduit that is being used. So who is behind this woman? Who is behind this woman? This woman who is sitting on the floor collecting the monies from the children, receiving the monies from the children. Who is behind her? It's a serious matter that we must look at. And the various district assemblies or the municipal assemblies must pay attention to it. Speaking of streets, now, no, bring it back. If they won't look at it, leave them. Bring it back. This is a school in Osu, very popular school. Is it a Salem school? Somebody sent this to me yesterday. Is it a Salem school? I'm not sure that the Korle Klote Municipal Assembly, Kokma, they don't have an MCA as we speak. I'm told the gentleman was sent there. He got 7-10. 10 people, I think, voted for him. 7 people rejected him or so, vice versa. But my focus is that this whole street has been taken over by the school. And they have blocked the area. So they have given you school street, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Monday to Friday. You can walk, you can ride bicycle, but if you have a car, you cannot come through. And it is permitted vehicles alone. I'm asking the assembly, Kokma, did you permit this to happen? No, just show me the no entry sign. The one-way sign. Kokma, did you permit this to happen? And I showed you sometime last week the frontage of the Ghana National Fire Service headquarters and the UNDP headquarters in Accra. How they have taken over the pavement, the walkway, the sidewalk, and pedestrians now have to use the road, endangering their lives. I showed you, fire service, Ghana National Fire Service, they will come and talk, big. We care about public safety, empty talk. Because right at their frontage, at the headquarters here, just down here next to the police service, down here, cantonments. We walk in front of the police headquarters, don't we? So why can't we walk in front of the Ghana National Fire Service? It is happening there now. They have blocked the pavement. And now another school, a school in Osu, this one. Is it a Salem school? They have blocked the road. They have blocked the road because of what? They have blocked the road because of what? Who authorized them to block the road? Everybody gets up in this country and they decide that they want to do what they want to do. Who asked them to block the road? So imagine if I sell in between where they have blocked, or if I have my home in between where they have blocked. They say permitted vehicles only. Who authorized them? Which bylaw, which law, which regulation, which rule permitted them to do this? And I'm asking Kokma this morning, did Kokma permit this? Which of the bylaws says they should permit it? Then every school in this country should have their frontage blocked like this. Because there's a zebra crossing there. If people are driving recklessly to and fro, put a speed ramp there, put a security person there. Why do you block the entire stretch? Why do you block the entire stretch? Why? Kokma has a municipal coordinating director. So they should not come to me with that excuse that they don't have an MCE, so they cannot take action. There is supposed to be leadership at Kokma as we speak. And this falls directly under Kokma. So they should come and tell us whether they permitted this or they did not permit it, because the residents are beginning to ask questions. Dromona Komi is also by the side. But they are asking questions. Who authorized this to happen in Osu? Who authorized this to happen in Osu? There's also a place in Osu, I'll show you later, where a fitting shop has taken over one side of the road. And it's been there. We have normalized it. It's okay. Everybody is doing something just for their own selves. And we are not thinking about other people. I said, who authorized this to happen? Who? It's a simple question I'm asking. Who authorized this to happen? Who authorized that the road should be blocked? Who authorized this? So what is the essence of the zebra crossing then? Who authorized it? Who? Namo. Wana. No, I'm asking. Linda Klu, good morning to you. Greater Accra Regional Minister. Did you authorize this? Who authorized this? You are the head of the Regional Security Council. Who authorized this? Who authorized this? You are the head of the Coordinating Council of the Greater Accra region. Who authorized this? Who authorized this? I'm asking who? Now, let's talk about the first 120 days. My key highlight yesterday was about corruption. And I liked what the president said about corruption. Because most of the problems we talk about will end if we're able to stamp corruption and end corruption. Yes. So for the 120 days, some may be happy about e-levy, that e-levy has been taken off. For the 120 days, some may be happy about betting tax has been taken off. For the 120 days, some may be happy about the fact that President Mahama was able to set up his cabinet in record time. For the 120 days, some will be happy that an education forum happened. For the 120 days, some will be happy that the business forum happened. For the 120 days, some will be happy that, he was able to bring out the code of ethics or code of conduct. For the 120 days, people will be excited about many different things. For me, what excited me yesterday was about corruption. And people have started giving their ratings. Some say 36 point something, some say 40 something, some say 72, some say 29, whatever it is that your rating is, it is your reality. But I'm sure that the boys on the streets who used to send e-levy and the businessmen who used to send e-levy, Momo, and then get deducted huge e-levy. Say somebody is sending 10,000 cedis. Calculate the e-levy. If somebody is sending 200,000 or 20,000, 25,000, and people send huge amounts of money using their Momo. Some keep their money on their Momo account just to get the interest. Some also transfer their money to and fro. If they have deducted about 50 or 60 cedis from your Momo before because you were doing a transaction, you would appreciate that the Momo tax, the e-levy is gone. So everybody has his reality. If you are somebody who they call an investor on the streets who is interested in betting to make sure that, you are with team A or team B and making sure that they are playing or to draw or to win and all of that. If your 10% is not taken away from you after you have won, you will appreciate the president. But of course, there are others who are also looking at many other different things, some other taxes and many other things. That's fine. For me, my key highlight yesterday was about corruption. What did the president say? Let's listen to him. Corruption. Let's listen to him.
A cornerstone of our commitment to good governance and accountability is tackling corruption and eliminating waste. I promise to initiate inquiries and forensic audits into several critical matters of public interest. This war against corruption continues unabated. The Minister for Health is reviewing the Auditor General's report on the COVID-19 expenditures. After the review, the appropriate actions will be taken. The Sputnik V scandal is under investigation. The Minister for Finance has launched an inquiry into the collapse of indigenous banks and financial institutions. And make no mistakes, facts will be unearthed, culprits will be punished, and lessons will be learned. The Minister for Energy and Green Transition has commenced investigations into the PDS scandal. Deloitte and Touche is conducting an independent audit of the National Cathedral project. I expect their report by the end of this month. A number of officials have been invited and questioned concerning the 13th African Games. On April 30th, 2025, the Attorney General filed 11 charges against a former National Signals Bureau Director General and others for various offenses. Charges will also be filed in the Accra SkyTrain and the National Service Ghost Name scandal. The Office of the Presidential Advisor on Corruption will continue to receive complaints and reports regarding graft for onward transmission to the Attorney General. A cornerstone of our commitment to...
That was what the President said. And he gave us a list of, or a litany of cases that are being chased. Mr. President, we are in May. In the past, would have been preparing by now for a National Tree Planting Day. Nana Osei Adakwa, good morning to you. Nana Osei Adakwa of the Green Republic. He mooted the idea many years ago with me on TV3 New Day. He said that on 1st July of every year, we get the president, the vice, the speaker, chief justice, everybody to go and plant trees. He took the proposal to where it belonged, and the people took it, they changed it, and the rest, they say, is history. When they started the implementation, he was nowhere near it. But that's a conversation for another day. But Mr. President, we have had at least 3 or 4 national tree planting days, right? In the past, this is May, we would have been preparing to launch it in June and to plant trees. Are you able to, Mr. President, commission an audit into how many tree seedlings we bought, how much it costs, where the trees were planted, who planted them, whether we paid off everything, whether we still owe, whether we still don't owe? Are you able to tell us what the benefit of those trees have become? Because we should see the trees. If I plant a tree here today, and we are told about the fact that the tree survived, survival rate, we just want a simple audit. It is part of the accountability process. Because we cannot have a system where we are destroying the trees, and then we are claiming to plant trees that we cannot see, and then we continue holding conferences in air-conditioned rooms, talking about climate change and packing ourselves to go to COP, whatever, and then coming back to come and speak English with the people, and then we find that our climatic situation has not changed. So let's do first things first, Mr. President. Let's begin with an audit. How many trees were planted? How much did they cost us? Who planted them? Where did we procure them from? And who were the beneficiaries? Let's do the audit of the tree planting alone. You will be shocked. Let's do a simple audit of the tree planting alone, and you will be shocked. Take me to the education ministry. The minister, Haruna Idrisu, he spoke to the teacher trainees. Is it teacher trainees or teachers in waiting to be posted? Listen.
As in, when you come and create this thing, I have to respond to it. Appointment letters were issued to persons numbering up to 39,000 when there was no financial clearance to do that to begin with. So that's problematic. So of the 39,000, probably government may be able to absorb 9, 11, 12,000, but certainly not 39,000. So whoever misled you, deceived you, is not John Mahama or Haruna Idrisu administration, not at all. Somebody probably, I don't use the word con, that's too strong, but deceptively got a number of you unknowingly, without knowing, to yield to some recruitment of a sort, which recruitment was not approved legitimately. So we are auditing to know that yes, you have the right qualification, you are entitled to the appointment, and 3, you are at post. Then out of you, we will pick that which we can absorb within budget. If that exercise is not complete, I have no story to tell you. You have to be patient until we finish the validation exercise. Year and a half, I wasn't here. Okay. DJ will pour out some of the statistics. I was telling them about the 39,000. You remember? Yes. Speak to it. So DJ.
So it's a clear case of Ajana 1, Ajana 2. You've been giving letters, but there's no financial clearance for you. It's Ajana 1, Ajana 2. More like Adanko Dada Ajay. You have just been promised, but it's like building with saliva. When the dew comes, it will consume it. So you have the letters, but the letters literally are worthless. That's what the minister is saying. That the people who gave you the letters in the haste towards the elections, they actually deceived you in hope that you would have queued up to vote again in favor. A typical replica of how NAPCO and many other things came to be. A typical replica. Now, take me to the national, take me to Mr. Adu-Boahene's corner. He's been writing from Iyoko cells. And I want us to read a bit of it to understand. He said he's spilling the beans now. He's mentioning names and the people who helped him allegedly to chop the money. So let's get into it. Let's wrap up with it. It's Throwback Thursday, so that we can all be on the very same page, all of us together. All of us can be on the very same page together. Somebody is asking on the stream whether we should not be comparing President Mahamad's 120 days in office with President Akufo-Addo's days in office. I say President Akufo-Addo is gone. Let him go. President Mahama promised. Let's hold him by his promise. Has he done well? Has he not done well? Let us know. This is dated the 6th of May 2025. It's from the Zoe Achia and Co. Chambers. The National Security Coordinator is addressed, and it is to him. It says, "Dear sir, the arraignment of Kwabena Adu-Boahene in the criminal court and the national security implications. We act as lawyers for Kwabena Adu-Boahene, not the professor, the legendary professor of political science. As you are no doubt aware, the Attorney General has arraigned our client, a former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, on various criminal charges. Please find attached the widely circulated charge sheet and the facts as narrated by the Honorable Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akutiriga-Ayeni, on the 30th day of April 2025. Our client has instructed us that a cursory look at the case from the documents you inherited underscore the fact that the pitch of the Honorable Attorney General's case are matters bordering on national security. Besides, the intended prosecution violates the Security and Intelligence Act 2020 Act 1030 and the National Signals Bureau Act 2020 Act 1040. We attach a memorandum under the hand of our client, who is at the moment incarcerated at the Economic and Organized Crime Office cells. May we count on your usual sense of professionalism in your evaluation of the proffering of the critical understanding of the matters therein contained. Yours faithfully, Samuel Atachia, Zoe Achia and Co. It's the National Security Advisor, the Director General, NSB, and there's a certain Emilia's number there. If you doubt, you can call Emilia and us. Let's go on to the next one, please. Now, this is then the confidential National Signals Bureau memorandum. Is to the National Security Coordinator, for carbon copy to the National Security Advisor, the Director General NSB, and is from the FMRDG. That's Kwabena Adu-Boahene, not Kwabena Adu-Boahene, forgive me. May 5, 2025. Urgent matters relating to special operations activities and funding. Your kind attention is drawn to certain developments that have arisen following our unsuccessful attempt to meet due to scheduling conflicts with your good office. You would recall that subsequent to my arrest and detention in Yoko cells, the Attorney General of the Republic has been very vocal in a number of press briefings where he brands my wife and I as criminals and alludes to transactions between a certain national BNC account and private BNC accounts purportedly owned by us. I cannot tell where the AG gets his theories from, but as your good office would have learned by now, the matter relates to transactions between your special services account, coordinated account, and SPV account BNC Communications Bureau, duly authorized and created for the national security exigencies of the time, and for which my wife, duly vetted, and the UMB were instrumental in facilitating. It is bizarre that the Attorney General attempts to link unrelated transfers, withdrawals, and refund for special operations with assets we do not own and a few we own, which mostly predates the 2020 transactions he raised. A cursory look on the part of anyone would reveal these facts. I am also disturbed to note that the services of bloggers and social media influencers have been employed to post and run commentary on these lies to amplify the matter and bring prominence to this malicious agenda against not just our persons, but the national security as well. As this ridiculous drama unfolds, some 49 million Ghana cedis of special operations funds have now become the subject of court action, where my wife and I, as well as our affiliates, are being accused with charges including stealing and causing financial loss to the state. I have tried to withhold classified information from my interrogators, but I deem it prudent to inform your good office that in light of the current developments, we run the risk of public disclosure of the following national security and intelligence operations expenditure items. Special operations expenditure summary. It's quoted in US dollars, by the way. In the year 2020, Special Operations Taurus, Scorpion, SCN-1, SCN-2, Hive, Special Operations Spy payment towards Special Cyber and Electronic Surveillance Solutions, that's $9,537,000 received by ISC Holdings. Operations Conquered First Counter-Terrorism Ops App, $6,900,000, 2020-2024. Stability of the Nation, Counter-Terrorism Extremism, various personnel and activities. Operation Calm Life, Anti-Kidnapping Violent Crimes, that's $3.7 million, and in excess of that, 2020-2024. Stability of the Nation, Counter-Violent Crimes, various personnel and activities. Parliamentary Special Enactment of NSB Act, $960,000. That's 2020 to 2021. MPs allowance, Defense and Interior Committee. So they collected the money at the MPs. That's what Mr. Adu-Boahene is saying. Parliamentary Special Enactment of NSB, that's $309,000 US. That's 2024. MP allowance, Subsidiary Legislation Committee. Hey, there's money in Parliament. Or Election Special Operations Allowance and Logistics, $7,285,000. That's December 2020. Stability of the Nation, peaceful polling, various personnel and activities. Election Special Operations Allowance and Logistics, $6,764,000 US. That's Stability of the Nation, peaceful polling. That's December 2024. Various personnel activities. They received it. Election Special Operations Support for Opposition Party Communication and Equipment for, okay, that's $8.3 million US. That's 500 US dollars equivalent. Okay. $500,000 US equivalent. That's September 2024. Stability of the Nation, national cohesion, political impartiality is classified. So they say the NDC also receives some money. That's what Mr. Adu-Boahene is saying. Let's see the other page, please. Now, election special ops, logistics vehicles, Nissan Patrol 2024 Platinum, 2024 Nissan Patrol Titanium, 2022 Land Cruiser GXR. That's $5,135,000 US, December 2024. Stability of the Nation, national cohesion, political impartiality, special aid to president-elect. Which of the special aids? Okay. Now, human operations, security operations, that's generators, $520,000 US. Human security intervention, national security coordination. I give you my highest assurances that Angela and I would never steal public funds, as is being deliberately and wickedly portrayed by the Attorney General. In any case, how does one steal public funds in the manner being described by the Attorney General without being flagged by the Auditor General? Further, I give you my highest assurances that Angela and I would never take what does not belong to us, even if privately arranged. We are full of content with the modest blessings God has given us. What is evidently clear is that the Yoko boss, Raymond Archer, is deliberately misrepresenting or distorting the facts to the authorities, and in the process causing unnecessary sensation that could embarrass the government and national security, and I am craving urgent intervention to avert it before it becomes too late. My regards, my best regards from Yoko Cells. That's Mr. Adu-Boahene. Now, where's the law that Mr. Adu-Boahene is depending on? So these were supposed to have been earlier, right? In March, sometime March, etc. Now, there's the law. That's the last image I'll show you, and then we'll wrap up. This is the 1013th Act of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, entitled Security and Intelligence Agencies Act 2020. It's one of the laws that Mr. Adu-Boahene depended on. It says it's an act relating to the National Security Council to provide for the establishment of regional and district security councils, to specify and coordinate the activities of the agencies responsible for the security of the state, and to protect and preserve the unity and stability of the state, and to provide for related matters. Date of assent, that's the date the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo signed onto it, was 6 October 2020. Passed by Parliament and assented to by the President. It tells you about the composition, etc. Now, this is the law that was assented to in 2020. The question is, if monies were spent in March of 2020 or any time before October of 2020, does the law cover it? I'm asking from a layman's point of view. This is street sense. Does the law cover it? So if Mr. Adu-Boahene is raising those concerns, does it fit into the ambit of this law, which was assented to by the president of the day at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on the 6th of October 2020? 2, who was the chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament? Was it Dr. Dominic Ayine or was it somebody else? It'd be very simple street sense questions that people must ask, so that then you can begin to say that, oh, Dr. Ayine has, an interest to protect his back or to shield himself, or he doesn't. When you start asking the questions like that and you find the answers to the questions, then you can rest and know that you have done a good job for yourself and Mother Ghana. Manu Ato, please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Have a good morning. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir. Peter T.
Yes, sir, boss.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.